me on this platform today. Sudeshna is a dear friend, and we have been together from school days. And I think Visamo is a wonderful organization, and Sudeshna is doing a wonderful job along with them. So when she approached me to say something, I said, "Fine, absolutely fine, not an issue." But then I started to think about what should we discuss. There's so many things to discuss, and then I decided that let me talk about something which is very dear to me, in the sense that I interact with a lot of youngsters nowadays, and I like to mentor youngsters and have this habit of observing human behavior. And I've seen in life that a lot of things that happen, and lot of issues that happen come up on the matter of expectations, right? Expectations from whom, expectations about what are the reactions to expectations in life. So therefore I thought that as a topic it's very relevant today also. So hopefully this is something that people will find relevant, and I'm more comfortable with the actually interactive session, but since this is a Facebook live, so I will just continue to say, because I'm not able to see any comments, so I don't know whether you're liking it or not, so maybe I'll see later. So where do we start? So if you talk about expectations, there are so many types of expectations in life, right? If you start your life cycle from a child, your first expectations are from your parents, then from your teachers, schools, friends, then girlfriends, spouses, then your children, and then the cycle starts again, because your children will start having expectations from you. Therefore, as an individual, I think it is very important that when you have reached a level in life or a period in life where you have become a parent, you sit back, think about your expectations, and then try and pass on whatever you have understood, whatever you have learned, whatever you have experienced to your next generation, to your kids. And therefore it is very important to understand this. Okay, now this is a topic very dear to my heart, but this is very important in daily life also, and in professional life also. So apart from your personal life, you will have your professional life, where you will have expectations from your bosses, from your colleagues, your team members, and so on and so forth. And at the end of the day, the biggest expectations people have is, those who believe in, of course, is from God, right? You pray to God and say, Bhagwan, exam pass kara do, Bhagwan, ye deal karwa do, bas aur kuch nahi chahiye, Bhagwan, ye theek kara do. What are these? These are expectations from God, right? Somebody you have not seen, but then you believe that those expectations can be met. Otherwise, you would not have made such expectations. So what I will do is, I will try to take a couple of type of expectations. For example, what should a youngster do, and what should a parent or a teacher do, and then I'll take you through some life hacks about expectations that I think are important, and need to be, as an individual, they need to be imbibed and inculcated. And then I will end with my philosophy of life and my expectations. So if you look from childhood, how does a kid start having expectations? So the first expectation he'll probably have is his daily quota of milk, or his bottle of milk. So he grows a little older, he sees the bottle of milk coming in whenever he feels hungry, he or she feels hungry. And then the baby starts expecting a bottle whenever he or she feels hungry. That is how it starts. And then you grow up a little, and your parents sing you lullabies, and you go to sleep expecting lullabies. And you must have all heard that song, आज चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले. That's such a beautiful song, but that is an expectation of a parent, where the parent says कि मैं आपको एक ऐसी जगह ले चलूं जहां गम भी न हो, आंसू भी न हो, बस प्यार ही प्यार मिले. That is the expectation of the parent for the child, right? Now, and the child comes to believe it. If you keep on reinforcing that thing, the child will come to believe that there is a world where there is no no tears, no sorrow, etc. But that is not the truth, right? So that is how the expectations start building up. Then you come to school and you see your friends, you start having expectations, and those are different type of expectations. You have grown up in your family, you have not seen the outside world, and then when you try and you get an opportunity to see the outside world, you look at your parents, what they have, what they don't have, what the parents do. The kid starts getting expectations. Okay, so dad, why can't we have the same car as XYZ? That's a very nice car, and so on and so forth. Now, the reaction of the parents to such expectations is very, very critical. In today's world, where we are all working parents, and you know we have mostly single kids. You try and pamper them and try and give them everything, and you try and match their expectations, right? And I think as a parent, that's the one thing that you should not be doing, and that is an important thing. So you have to try and temper those expectations, make them understand the reality, and make them know that life is not what your friends are doing. For every friend who has a better car than you, there are hundreds of children who don't have a better car than you, and they're worse off. So it is very, very important to have these expectations set right? And when you grow up, I do a lot of interviews over the course of my work, and I have seen youngsters having strange expectations. So somebody would come and say, okay sir, this is the case, so will I does the package entail a mobile phone? And then you say no, then they're very disappointed, right? And somebody, as my example, I had a appraisal interview with a couple of people. Please close the door. I had an appraisal interview with a couple of people, and the guy was there for us with 1 year, and in the first appraisal, he was a management trainee. He wanted a 50% jump and a promotion, and I said, what is this? I mean, why are you talking like this? What do you want? And after a lot of probing, he almost cried. He said, sir, my friends have got jobs here and here and here, and one of them has actually bought an iPhone, and that was about 6-7 years back. And I was amazed, right? So the youngster is wanting a promotion and wanting a salary jump just because he wants a mobile phone, an iPhone, just because he wants to show his peers or match his peers. He has not delivered what he was supposed to deliver. He has not learned in 1 year what he was supposed to learn. So therefore, how do you prepare such kids? How do you prepare such youngsters to face the world? There are youngsters, when you talk a little strongly to them, they would say, मेरे parents ने कभी मेरे साथ ऐसे बात नहीं किया. Now what do? How do you manage such people? And then I start thinking that this has happened because the parents have not managed their expectations, right? And this is going on and on. So in today's world, I believe that we are raising a generation where we are giving the kids what they want. We are making their lives very comfortable, right? And when they go out in life, a lot of them face a lot of challenges and difficulties because life has been very, very comfortable for them. So as parents and as teachers, we have to prepare the next generation to face the world, and make them understand that having expectations is not bad, but then you have to understand what are expectations and what are the consequences of having expectations. I am what should I say, I am very fond of poetry, shairi and music. So in my discourses and in my interactions with people, I use a lot of these things. So I hope all of you will find this helpful and interesting. So there is a very famous couplet or शेर by Ghalib which says, हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले, बहुत निकले मेरे अरमान लेकिन फिर भी कम निकले. In those times, writing such a share reflects that this is human nature. You would have wants, you would have expectations, and so many, small, big, so many. It is just so difficult to not have expectations, right? But it is important to be able to manage those expectations. Um, there is also another couplet, which is very very apt here, so which says that you are, and therefore your problems are. न था कुछ तो खुदा था, कुछ न होता तो खुदा होता, डुबोया मुझको होने ने, न होता मैं तो क्या होता. Right? Now this is not about your existence, this is about your expectations. If you are there, you will have expectations from everybody, from life, and then the problem starts, right? So, there are some, what should I say, some life hacks, or some, what should I say, learnings that I have had, and I think it is important that, I share it with this audience, and I hope that it will help some of the youngsters who might be listening in today, to look at life from a point of view of how to manage expectations, right? And I think the first and foremost and the most important thing is, you have to expect the maximum from yourself. You can have expectations from everybody, but if you are not having expectations from yourself, you are living in a fool's paradise, because it is all about you. It is not about who is better and who has more wealth and who is more capable. It is about how you are able to goad yourself, how you are able to mold yourself in order to face the world, face the challenges, and rise to the situation, rise to the occasion. You have to improve every day. So every day when you look at yourself in the mirror, right, you have to look at a better you. You have to try and improve. So, when you talk about the mirror, another very famous couplet of Ghalib comes to mind, कि जिंदगी भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, जिंदगी भर गालिब यही भूल करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी और आईना साफ करता रहा. You don't realize that the problem or the shortcomings are within you. You always see the world as that. You always see as yourself as the wronged. You don't see yourself as the person who has to improve. And therefore, I believe that we should teach our kids to have expectations from themselves, not to be the best. That's another thing that we try and inculcate and drill into our children. You have to be the best, you have to be first, you have to do this, you have to do that. No, you have to put in their belief, in their belief system, that they have to improve every day. Their skills, their behavior, their perseverance, everything. And I think if you lay down those guidelines, make them understand from the beginning, they will be much better human beings going ahead. So therefore, first and foremost, you have to make yourself strong. So your expectations should be maximum from yourself, right? खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि हर मर्जी से पहले खुदा बंदे से खुद पूछे कि बता तेरी रजा क्या है. उस बुलंदी पे खुद को लेके जाना है. You have to make yourself strong. You cannot sit and cry about the world, because the world is not yours to control. आप उसका कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ सकते. But you can change yourself and thereby try and change the world. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can be a better human being in all senses than you are today. So every tomorrow has to be better tomorrow. So once this expectation gets into the minds of youngsters, I think you will have done half the job. But otherwise, what we do, we try and fulfill their aspirations in the younger ages because we feel guilty, right? Because we are not giving them enough time, and then we are giving rise to youngsters who are very satisfied with their lives, and the moment they go out of their homes and face the reality, they start trembling. So therefore, expectations from yourself is very very important. Now, having expectations is not wrong. I will tell you how. You need to have realistic expectations, right? You can't sit in the front of TV and say, Bhagwan, हमने 4 नारियल तोड़े, इंडिया को वर्ल्ड कप जिता दो. That is not a realistic expectation, right? But when you're driving, let's say you're driving on the road and there's a car in front. As a responsible driver, you expect the car in front to give a right indicator when he's going to turn right and not the left one. That's the right expectation to have. And such right expectations people should have in society. Right? It is not that you don't have expectations at all, but you have to understand what is right and what is wrong. These sort of expectations, you expect cleanliness from everybody in the society. You expect people not to throw out chocolate wrappers from their air-conditioned cars. That's the right expectation to have. You know it is wrong, and it is absolutely right to have expectations on such things from other people. Right? So therefore, that is something that we need to tell our children and to show them by example that you have to have realistic expectations. You can't not study for 70% of the year and then study for 1 month and wake up nights and expect to get 90% in the examination. It's just not possible. It will never happen. And that is something that the kids need to know, right? There will be few people who will be capable to do that. Last minute examination and you get 90% studying only 30% of the time. But usually it doesn't happen. But it is not about getting marks. It is about the attitude, the habit of keeping on learning and keeping the learning alive. Otherwise it doesn't happen. Third thing, you have to expect things to go wrong. Now, this is counterintuitive, you might say. People might think, why is he saying such things? Now, in my experience, if you expect that things can go wrong, I'm not saying you go to play a match thinking that I might lose, right? But if you are expecting that things might go wrong, for example, I am a good batsman. Now, unfortunately, my bat can break. Something might happen, so I have 2-3 bats with me, right? So therefore, expect things to go wrong. It makes you more careful in life. It makes you more ready, more aware. And it makes you strong enough to accept that things can go wrong. Because if you go with the mentality that things can't go wrong, then the failure has a disastrous effect on the guy or the girl, right? So therefore, be ready and be prepared that life is not about only ups, it's also about downs, and the downs will not come with intimation and horns blaring. How many of us were expecting that COVID will give us such a hard time, such a difficult time? We just could not believe it. We thought it chala jayega 1 mahina, 2 mahina, 3 mahina. It did not announce. It came. And therefore, we have to be prepared at every point of life that things might go wrong, right? So I think one of my friends talked about a bucket list. Now that is something that, what is the philosophy? The philosophy is that you live every day as the last day of your life, and therefore you try to do things that you love. That's a different philosophy from this, but there is some math somewhere, right? So therefore, you have to expect that life is not going to be steady, and you have to be ready for it. Right? When I talk about my philosophy at the end, I will tell you how it matches with this. Fifth, having expectations. I cannot say it's right or wrong. It's human nature, right? And I don't probably think it's having expectations is bad. But then if you have expectations, be ready to get disappointed and be strong enough to face the disappointment. For example, a lot of parents, expect that they raise their kids properly, they give them the best of the education, they fund the education, they send them, to the exotic countries in the world, exotic destinations, exotic universities, and in return they expect that ये हमारे बुढ़ापे का सहारा बनेंगे. I don't believe that's a wrong expectation, right? We are all humans. We have feelings. we have emotions, and that is never a wrong expectation. But you have to be ready for that option, for that hard option, that might not happen. And therefore, when it happens, unfortunately, God forbidding if that happens, you are mentally ready. That was one of the options you had prepared yourself for. It cannot be that at some age of 70, 75, you break down because of this, And this is just one example. There's so many things. I know of somebody, who had so much expectations in terms of going abroad to study a particular discipline, and he just hung on to it. He was so what should I say, strongly believing that I have to go, that he made his father's life miserable. No, you have to give me that money. You do whatever, you sell off your PF, you sell off your house, but I have to go outside. Right? Now, therefore, having expectations, number one, is probably inhumanly not possible to not have expectations. You will have, but be ready. And also, as human beings, know that when you have unrealistic expectations from somebody else, or putting a lot of pressure on somebody else, you are somewhere doing a disservice to yourself. You are falling down in your own eyes. Probably you don't believe that at that point of time, but you will believe it when your sons and daughters grow up and you go through the same experience. Now that we are growing up, we are seeing the same behavioral patterns in our kids that we exhibited, and not all of them are good. And now we realize a lot of times that yes, this is what we did to our parents, and therefore we should take that understanding and knowledge and try and change ourselves, or try and ensure that our kids understand. So that is the power of experience. But that power of experience has to be shared. You have to talk to people, you have to talk to kids and tell them. And at the end, the last one, the fifth one, is giving up expectations. In our philosophy, in our culture, has always been, there at the top, right, in terms of spirituality, doing selfless service. So if Gautam Buddha gave up his palace and chariots and went to the forest and practiced meditation, hard meditation, penance for a long time, and then became enlightened. So therefore, having expectations is human, and not having expectations is taking yourself to the next level of spirituality. The moment you stop having or lower your expectations in life, you will see a lot of things calm down themselves. You are more at peace with yourself as you grow in life. But if your expectations keep on growing with your age, your life becomes more and more troubled. And therefore your pressure increases, your stress increases. Right? So these are the 5 hacks that I think are very important, very critical in terms of expectations from life, and why these are important. I think we have come to the end of time. So I will tell you something about my philosophy in life, right? So I will sing 2 lines to tell you what is my philosophy, and these are the 2 perfect lines that I try and follow. गम और खुशी में फर्क न महसूस हो जहां, गम और खुशी में फर्क न महसूस हो जहां, न महसूस हो जहां, न महसूस हो जहां, मैं खुद को उस मुकाम पे लाता चला गया, मैं जिंदगी का साथ निभाता चला गया, हर फिक्र को धुएं में उड़ा. That is what I try to follow. That is what I try to preach. That is what I try to practice. It's not that I am successful every time, but that ability to dissociate yourself from happiness or sadness is a very strong ability to have, and it's not easy to get, but you can always start practicing it. There is no age to start. So friends, thank you for being with me. Thank you for listening to me for so long. Unfortunately, this is my first, second day on Facebook and first Facebook Live. So I'm not able to see any comments, or therefore I'm not able to, give any of my comments to your comments, etc. But I hope all of you were able to listen to this properly, and I hope that I've been able to, tell you something which makes some sense and helps somebody out there. So thank you very much. Good evening. Namaste.